Hi. Um, Welcome back. I wanted to make a video talking about a commenter, well, a viewer, I guess. Well, they commented, but I'm sure they're also a viewer because how would you comment on stuff that I say in a video if you didn't view that video? Sorry, I'm getting like really into semantics for some reason. Basically, if this is inappropriate or invasive or weird, please just let me know and I will not do this again and I will delete this video. I'm just not sure of like how to be a person and how to socialize because I'm autistic and it is something that I'm working on, but please bear with me. There's a commenter who is called Jude Barnes and they are really awesome and they ask a lot of really thoughtful and insightful questions. And I wanted to make a video to show that I appreciate them specifically. And also, there are other specific commenters that I want to make videos about. And also, I want to make a general video talking about how much I appreciate everyone in general. And that's something that I do plan to do. But because this is so fresh in my mind, I wanted to make one first about Jude Barnes, who has some numbers at the end of, I assume his could be they, sorry if I'm using the wrong pronouns, uh, at the end of their name, but I don't remember what those numbers are. I think there's a 9, but oh my god, I'm getting really semantic-y again. Anyway, so I made a video crying about all of the complicated feelings regarding my ex, and I don't remember if I mentioned, but they're moving to Wisconsin at the end of this month, and I've been struggling over whether or not I want to just not have contact with them because I feel hurt about the breakup and confused about all of like the interpersonal stuff. And they asked me, despite the pain, if I could go back, would I fall in love with them again? And I thought about it, and the answer is yes. Like, undeniably, yes. Although it hurts when you love someone and you have to break up for whatever the reason is, it's painful, and especially if you've been made to feel like you aren't good enough or you're inadequate in a lot of different ways, if it can feel like you're not wanted, like at your core, and like you're not, that they're saying you're not good enough. That's not really what they were saying, even if it felt that way. And I said to them that I'm just so grateful that I got this opportunity to learn how to be reciprocal, at least a bit, because I still really struggle with reciprocity due to being autistic, which is something I'm working on. But I I did love them so much, and I learned a lot from them about how to interact with other people and how to show love. And also, I got to experience being loved. And that wasn't something I thought that I would get to experience. So I'm grateful and I would do it again. And their comment, it helped me make my decision. It helped me realize that what I have with Kai is bigger, greater, more important than my hurt feelings. And I just want to say thank you so much, genuinely, for stimulating my brain, for opening up some different passage, because I get so fixated, so narrow minded, like this tunnel vision. I get hurt feelings, and then it's like I can't see or hear or think or do anything, and it's not an attractive quality, and it's probably because I'm autistic and I struggle like to regulate those emotions, and also there's the trauma as well, and not really an excuse because I want to get better at that and I'm trying to, but it's an explanation. But anyway, because of what Jude Barnes said, it made me realize that I want to spend as much time with my ex before they move to Wisconsin as possible. And that I can do that joyfully, albeit like bittersweetly and with some melancholy. Because I'm sad to see them go. And a big part of like how helpful they were to me was that they were like a connector between my weird autistic brain and like other people in the world. And they helped me so much like understand things. Like they would just straight up tell me like you can't just stare at people. Like if some like if somebody comes to you, if a friend says that they're feeling a certain way regarding you or their feelings are hurt, what they're actually saying is, can you help me find a solution? Like you hurt my feelings and there's something that you can do to fix it. I had no idea that that is what it means when someone tells you how they feel. And I I feel so guilty for not understanding such basic things. But they would just tell me that. And one thing that was just so helpful is that I think like some people might view this as like mean, but for someone like me, this I need if I'm and because I think it's part of because I'm black and white, I need someone to say you're being kind of a bitch right now. Because to me, that isn't jarring. That's concrete. It tells me generally that my behavior is bad, and that helps. It just sets in well for me. It primes me to be able to have a deeper conversation. And I don't know if that's normal, but that's how I am. And they just tell me like you're kind of having asshole behavior, or you're kind of being a bitch. And of course, like I'd never really know that that's what I was doing. I mean, there are times that I know that I'm missing the mark, or I'm having a conversation, I say something that isn't really relevant, but I also don't know what is relevant, so I can't like troubleshoot. I can't really change it because I don't know what the right thing to do is. But they would just tell me like when you do XYZ, it makes people feel this way, and that's why they respond to you. If you want a good response, you have to do X, Y, and Z. And like, they were so much more than a partner and more than a friend. They were like a teacher and a therapist and all these different things. And part of me is like, were you overextending yourself for me? Like, I'm so sorry. But I'm just kind of sad that they're going because they helped me. Like they were this bridge that helped me know how to people, well not know how, but like they helped me with some things regarding knowing how to people, and it made me feel secure. And like I know they have to go for themselves because where they've been living, it hasn't been safe for them. It hasn't been a good situation. And I want them to be happy. I want them to feel fulfilled, and they're gonna move in with their aunt and uncle, and they've wanted family, like actual family, not just chosen family, because they do have that too. But part of the conflict for them, like when we were getting to know each other through this whole time, was that they moved across the country from California to New Hampshire for their husband, who they're separating from at this time. But like they needed family, like because the husband wasn't able to support them in the ways that they needed, wasn't able to be there emotionally. And honestly, he also has some trouble like with reciprocity and knowing like what people need from you and being able to do that independently. So they felt really alone. And also like although they lived with his family, they weren't their family, and the way that they did things was so different from how they were used to. And so they just mourn that they weren't with their family a lot. And the fact that they're going to get to be with their family again really warms my heart. And I want them to have that, and I want them to have an opportunity to explore themselves and like in like whatever way that works for them, whatever way that looks like. Because the house that they were in, the husband's family's house, it was so stifling for them. And like the family there, they were kind of homophobic and transphobic and just pretty judgmental. And like my ex, like um was you know they're not exactly straight. Like they dated me, and it felt very, sorry, I know that's not funny. Just sometimes when I get uncomfortable, I laugh. Um, like, it was just difficult for them to live in this house where they had to hide who they were, and also me, in that capacity. It's not like I couldn't go to the house, but we did have to act very different. But I'm excited for them to get to really be themselves because their aunt and uncle are very accepting of those people, of like the LGBT plus community and stuff like that. So I'm happy for them, but sad to lose somebody who helped me so much. And genuinely, it's just so nice to be around them. It's so nice to be around somebody that understands you, like, because they're autistic too, but like different from me. Like, they understand a lot more than I do. I think just like they have like less support needs than I do. But they still get it, and they also, like, just to preface this, not a mental health professional. I also have a condition that I'm not formally diagnosed with. It's called dissociative identity disorder. Um, uh, the therapist that, sorry, the therapist and other mental health professionals that were treating me for this in the past and helping me with it, they don't give the diagnosis just because they believe that if it's on somebody's medical chart that it might cause medical professionals to treat them worse and they might get worse care than if it was not on their chart. So that is why I don't have it. But my ex, this lovely person, they also have the same thing as me. They have DID too. And it's just been valuable beyond valuable to have someone who has so many of the same struggles and can just see you, and they know, and like if you become a baby and your legs don't work and you fall down, they get it because they have that too. If like, sorry, this is turning into more than just thanking Jude Barnes. I'm so sorry.